when I worked at a big hedge fund years ago called Citadel, yeah, it was great. What happened was management hired 25-year CIA and FBI alumni, so to speak, to teach us how to tell if somebody is lying. And it's a wonderful skill to have in business and in life in general, because you can kind of figure out, using what I'm about to tell you, if somebody may be lying. Now, this doesn't work 100% of the time, but it's really, really good in business, especially. And I remember those FBI and CIA agents that were hired, that retired ones, to train us. They had us watch videos on television, like CNBC interviews with executives. And so in order to tell if somebody is lying, there's 4 things to look at. And you need to get at least 2 of the following 4 to be valid, or at least notice these patterns to maybe conclude somebody is not telling the truth. Okay. So let me talk about what these are. The first one is if somebody rambles on and on when answering a very simple yes or no question, it means they may be lying. Okay, that's number 1. Look for this when you watch interviews on television too, with athletes or CEOs or even very famous people. And it's killing me, but I can't say, but I caught somebody lying, I think, a couple times when she was interviewed recently. I won't go there. So rambling, like I am now. That's the first one. The second way to tell if somebody is lying, and try to make sure that at least 2 or 3 or 4 of these are valid, and it doesn't work in all cases, okay? The second way to tell if somebody is lying is if when you ask them a question and they break eye contact. I tend to break eye contact every now and then, it's just my demeanor. But if I didn't do that often, then I might be lying. Maybe. That's the second thing. Moving on to number 3. The third way to tell if somebody is lying is if they touch their face a lot. Okay? Provided they don't usually touch their face. And the fourth and final way to tell if somebody is lying is if they're shaking a bit. Okay? And that's what lie detector tests do. Like in this wonderful movie, Meet the Parents, Ben Stiller. And I met Ben Stiller. I was in a movie with him years ago. I'll tell you the story if you care. It's a funny story. Yeah, the lie detector test, what it does, it tests to see if you're nervous. And you can look to see if somebody's foot is shaking a bit. Now, if they've had too much coffee, like I like to do sometimes, then it's a moot point if they're shaking a bit. And the bottom line, though, is, and this is Brody from a great show called Homeland, which I wish was still on. The bottom line, though, is that if you find 2, 3, or 4 of the aforementioned patterns when somebody is talking to you, they may be lying. They may be lying. Okay. So again, the bottom line is you look for this. Number 1, are they rambling? Number 2, do they break eye contact? The third way to tell is if they touch their face. Okay. And the fourth way is if they're shaking a bit. Okay. And that's what a lie detector test does. So hopefully that's helpful. If you have questions about that, please let me know. And look for those signs, please, in business and in your personal lives. As well. They're not always 100% accurate, but a couple data points does make a trend.